For over 50 years, the Indian Lake community has been a peaceful place to call home. The Indian Hills Utilities water system, that serves roughly 2,500 people, is a public water system utilizing 100% groundwater. In August of 2014, the Missouri Department of Natural Resources inspected the system and identified serious deficiencies centering on public health risks, service functionality, and emergency service reliability. Upon taking ownership, CentralStates Water Resources also discovered numerous infrastructure and maintenance failings. Notably, the system's chlorine pump, prior to CSWR management, had not been functioning. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources further alleged that daily required chlorine tests were not being submitted to Missouri DNR and other records regarding inspections, water treatment, pumping data, and the distribution system as a whole were not kept or provided by the previous operators. These deficiencies are violations of Missouri DNR regulations, potentially putting the community's health at risk for years. Well house number 1, the system's primary well, required immediate attention. Extensive corrosion, fire damage, electrical damage, leaks, and mildew affect the entire well house, creating a serious risk of electrocution. The 20,000-gallon main storage tank and the 5,000-gallon pressure tank are improperly buried underground, vulnerable to ruptures and leaks. The well house's lack of a backup generator and backup booster pump leaves the entire system vulnerable to total water loss should the already undersized booster pump fail. The house's 25,000-gallon total water storage is significantly insufficient, with average summer daily usage approaching 200,000 gallons. In the case of a breakdown, residents would run out of the system's water storage in only 2.5 hours. As is, many residents are regularly left with no water on weekends and holidays during peak summer hours. Like well house number 1, well house number 2 has multiple violations. An independent electrician and water well expert found the well to be out of service and no longer viable. With this well out of operation, the system violates Missouri DNR's requirement of having 2 functioning water sources for the community. In the 2014 report, they stated that outside water hauled in by tanker trucks is the only other viable alternate water source option. The current plan to properly close this well as part of the system-wide reconstruction will eliminate the existing potential for this offline pump to contaminate the area's drinking water. Adjacent to well house number 2 is the Highway DD booster station. The structure has numerous hazards: rotting walls, mold, no lighting or ventilation. The station also lacks an emergency notification system, backup pump, and backup generator, which, once again, risking pressure loss and a whole system boil order in the event of failure. Leaks have also affected the entire system for years, driving a high volume of customer concerns. In the first 60 days of new ownership, the contractor has repaired over 50 leaks. The effects create an unnecessary problem. Decreased water pressure in the system pushes electrical costs higher in order to meet existing resident consumption, but despite these efforts, an increasing number of residents are still left without water due to the leaks. These are just some of the major shortcomings outlined by the Missouri DNR that pose clear threats to public health. Clean water is a vital part of every community's sustainability. To bring this water system back into compliance, CentralStates Water Resources is committed to fixing these issues and transforming the entire Indian Hills water system. Construction is currently underway to install 2 new well houses, system-wide meter pit reconstruction, water main piping upgrades, and improved water pressure infrastructure. After this renovation of the Indian Hills water system is complete, this beautiful lake community will finally have a quality water system that I can count on.